This is the Amazing Beer Drinking Man, and today we're doing Sam Adams Holiday Porter. This is one of their seasonal beers. Obviously it's a porter. What do they say about it? Samuel Adams Holiday Porter is a full-flavored porter inspired by our famous drink of London's Victorian-era luggage porters. Brewed with generous portions of caramel, Munich, and chocolate malt, this hearty porter finishes with traditional English Fuggles and East Kent Goldings. Cheers. So those would be what they call the British noble hops, the Fuggles and the East Kent Goldings, which are the most famous hops in Britain. Obviously Sam Adams, one of our big East Coast, I don't know if you can call them a craft brewer or microbrewer anymore, but they were instrumental in getting the craft brew, microbrew revolution going. So they do have a special place for that because of that. A lot of us beer tubers aren't all that throw at Sam Adams anymore. Though I have to admit, I drank a bunch of their lager last night hanging out with friends. It's still good on draft. If you like our reviews, please go ahead and subscribe. We're always looking for friends. Leave some comments. Comments are great. We'll always respond. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Porters are going to be very dark. They always are. And some of our other porters and stouts we've had a little talk about. What's the difference between a porter and a stout? They are very similar. We're not going to go into that now. Again, very dark. Can see through it a little bit. Actually, you know, so, unlike some of the stouts we've just been doing, they were pitch black. You know, if you put this up to the big light, you can see through it a little bit. It almost is a dark, dark red, the light through it. I doubt again you'll see it on camera. Small head, decent amount of lacing. See what we get for aroma on this. Smells like a lager. Got some sweet caramel malt. Actually, it's opening up. Now I'm getting a little bit of coffee, chocolate, espresso. We had a hint of the citrus and pine from the hops. See if we get a little swirl. Yeah, kind of a lot going on there. Like I said, we had caramel malt, we had hops, and I said the first aroma really smelled a little bit like a lager. We'll go ahead and give it a taste, see what we got. You do get that bitter porter stout flavor. And you know, actually I'm getting a hops aftertaste on this too. Get a little of that astringency that a lot of times you get more in a lager. Yeah, from the bubbles, which it doesn't look like there's a lot of carbonation in this, which is surprising me. We are getting a good lacing. It's not an overpowering. You're not getting a flavor that you get sometimes, that real punch of flavor on some stouts and porters. It's more of a subdued or a laid back. So you get that dark chocolate espresso malt, that rich caramel malt. You get the fizz from the lager. I'm not picking up much strong other flavor. I'm not getting any dark fruits. I'm not getting any real citrus or anything like that, which I don't expect in a stout or a porter. It's kind of a clean aftertaste on it, really. Yeah, your overwhelming is just the roasted chocolate espresso coffee malt. I know I've said that about 12 times in this review, but that's really the predominant flavor coming out of this. I think we'll let this warm up a little bit. Give it a few minutes to warm up. We'll come back. We'll come back and do a little bit more on the review. So let's give this a few minutes to get a little warm. It did come out of the fridge. I let it warm up a little bit, but it was a little, still a little cold in the fridge that I took it out of. Okay, we're back. It's warmed up a little bit. Let's see what we have. Actually, it's broke down. It's not as good as it was before. Yeah, it's become more metallic. It's kind of lost its flavor. It's just become bitter. I guess it's time for us to come up with a review of this or a final score. All gone. Overall, I'd say it was fairly disappointing. I mean, it wasn't a bad, when it was cold, it wasn't bad. It was a fairly mild porter. But when it warmed up, which is where porter usually would be served at a more warmer temperature, it just broke down. We're going to give it 1 cap. I mean, we finished it, and that would be really about all it was worth. Until next time, this is the Amazing Beer Drinking Man.